Hey everyone, Stephanie here, and I thought today I would play around with the new We Are Memory Keepers Fuse tool. I haven't used it yet, but it seems super awesome. So I wanted to do a special page for my daughter, so I gathered some of my supplies and printed out a couple photos and wrote some journaling, and then thought I would put together a 6x8 insert for my Project Life album for March. That's kind of the size that I went with. So this is just a full 6x8 page. It would hold like a 6x8 or like 6.5 by 8.5 photo. So I thought I would use this and kind of customize my own insert using the fuse. So I just took the fuse out of the box and kind of quickly read over the instructions because I wasn't exactly sure how it would work. So I'm just going to share with you what comes in the box. So when you open your box, you have this ruler tool here. I think this is just I'm assuming is where you kind of guide the tool through, the fuse tool through, to make sure you have a straight line there. This is the fuse, and it comes with two tips. The one that's on now, just this rolly one here, that is the one that you use to fuse the page protector together. And then this one says it's a cutting tool. So I'm assuming it's kind of like maybe a wood burning tool or something along that line. So it actually burns the page protector and cuts through it there. And then this came with a little stand, because you plug it in and it gets hot. It says it takes about 10 minutes for it to heat up to the proper temperature. So that's kind of all that it came with. The one thing it doesn't have is any kind of protectant mat. So I'm just going to grab out I have a mat here that I think I'm going to lay my stuff on. I didn't even think about that. Instead of using it on my table here. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here, and that way that'll just protect my surface. It doesn't come with anything to protect your surface. So you probably want to grab out something. Just want to make sure that you guys can see that. Okay, so I'm just going to do 6x8. But from what I understand, you can pretty much customize any page protector, 12 by 12, 8.5 by 11. But I'm going to do 6x8 because that's the size of my Project Life album. And so what I did is kind of like I would for a Project Life spread. I went ahead and printed my photos, and then I did front and back, since basically once they're in the pocket, I'm assuming that they are in, unless I'm going to cut it open and start all over. So I printed those and wrote my journaling, and I adhered them back to back so they are ready to pop right in. I also pulled out some large letters that I thought I would use on the spread, and some fun little embellishments and different things that I thought we might be able to add into the pocket. So this is just a little confetti and sequins here. I also have some buttons and gold stars or gold hearts, just some chipboard pieces and tags, glittered stars, and then I also have my favorite wood veneer stars, little teeny tiny stars. So I'm not exactly sure which ones I'm using, but I thought I would just grab out everything and have it here. So the first thing I think that I'm going to do with these two is pop them in the bottom down here. So I do frequently use my sewing machine, not necessarily on a whole entire page, but like a whole entire open insert. But sometimes I will use it for to make a 4x6, 3x4, or something along that line. So I'm just going to kind of set these in here for a second before I use the tool, and kind of get an idea of how I want this page to kind of come together. So I'm thinking I'm going to use some, A is for my daughter Anna, and 6 is how old she is. And I'm thinking about doing these down here with maybe like a middle pocket of fun sequins or stars, and then I'm thinking about maybe making like a diagonal pocket up along this A to kind of close these in. It's probably gonna have to move that down a little bit to close these in here, and then put maybe some of the hearts or buttons over here, or chipboard pieces on that side. So the first thing I guess I'm gonna do is turn it this way. Okay, so just remember, we're all doing this together. If I burn my house down, you're gonna be a witness. So I'm just gonna eyeball where the top of that is, the top of that tag, and then I'm just gonna move up, and I'm going to make sure I'm covering that whole side of the page protector, and then use my bottom, I'm using my bottom mat there to make sure that it's roughly straight. Okay, and it says apply steady pressure and roll the tip along the ruler stencil groove at a swift pace. Okay, so I'm just going to take my tool here, which it smells like it's warm, and I'm just going to roll it across the top there. Oh, and you can actually see where it perforated a couple places and then it didn't in a couple places. Okay, so it looks like my embellishment over here was a little high because I have a tab on there. Aha! So look at that. That's so cool. So I had a one of these rubber flags right here, and when I was trying to go over this area, I just had to push down a little bit harder than I did, a little bit more on that side, so that's just good to know. And then just to keep these from sliding into each other, I think I'm going to fuse these together, and I also have another embellishment. Let's see if I can do it this way. Aha! You can. I have another embellishment on that side. I'll show you. So I have this heart here, and that's a little bit crooked, which I'm totally fine with. Perfect, look at that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some tiny hearts and I'm gonna O. I think I'm gonna take some of the tiny hearts and maybe some smaller little sequins in here. Okay, so I'm not going to put too many because I want to make sure that my little ruler will go across. And I'm just going to eyeball these really fast to see the height that I need, so I can kind of, okay. So the only thing that I can figure out, or I see so far, is that any kind of height to the page protector makes it a little difficult for that fuse tool to go over. But it works, it just makes it a little difficult. So I'm going to line it up on the edge of those, and I'm going to line it on my, find my line, there we go. And I'm going to use that as my guide. Okay, so I'm just going to take my tool. Aha! Look at that! How fun is that? It's like a party on the page. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop my two letters in here, and they fit. Okay, not quite sure how I'm going to get this one to close though. That's a tricky thing. But I am going to add my, I want to do a diagonal over here on this side. So I'm going to use the side of my A to get how the angle needs to be, and I'm just going to move out the fuse tool just a little bit, or the fuse ruler. And I'm going to go from that bottom one and just come up. So I guess there's a little height. There we go. You can see as you're rolling it across the little perforated looking lines, or where it's fusing it together. So fun. Okay, and then over on this one, I think I might add in a heart and a couple buttons. Come on, heart. Let's see what else we have. Maybe a chipboard piece that has a sticker on the back. I'm going to try to take off the adhesiveness really fast. There we go. So to do that, I just stuck it to a piece of paper and then just pulled it right off. And maybe I'll add in another gold heart just on the top of that. Yay! Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be able to stitch or fuse these letters in, but I'm going to go ahead and do this top pocket here. See if I can do it without the ruler. I'm impatient. Yep. Ta-da! Look at that. And then, I bet I can do it. I don't think I can do it that way. So my next option, I'm going to hot glue that into that pocket. Look at the fun little pieces. Let's see, what if we take out this guy and we just do the A. I'm going to take out that one and try to line up the top there. There we go. Now I just went back over that other pocket again. And then we have just an A. Oh, that's so cute. And then the back side. So now this egg, it can't come out, and then I have my bottom pictures and then the fun little confetti in that pocket. No, so I think if I would have maybe made this pocket a little smaller, I might have been able to get the 6 in there, but it's something, it seems like the flatter the photo or embellishments, the better the fuse seems to work. So then I'll just pop this in my Project Life spread, and I have like a fun little customized pocket. Perfect. Thanks so much, guys, for learning this tool with me. It is super fun, and I love that I was able to make these customized size pockets out of just all of these extra page protectors. I have a ton of these, so I will definitely be making more of these. But if you have any questions about the tool, I'm obviously a novice, but I can definitely give you my opinion or what worked for me. And good luck. Grab one and play along. Thanks, guys.